Hi and welcome back to the channel. My name is Håkan. So the last couple of days I have been thinking about snapshots versus photography, and if snapshots really are just bad photography. So in my experience, I feel like snapshots is frowned upon in the photography world, or at least the photography world that I live in. But are snapshots really bad photography? So what is a snapshot really? Well, in my mind, a snapshot is when you take your camera of choice, maybe a real camera or a phone, you point it at a subject and then you just press the shutter release and you take that image. So you really don't have any thought process behind your image. You just point up your camera and you take a shot of that thing that has caught your eye at that moment. How is a snapshot then different from a photograph? Well, in my mind, the biggest difference between a snapshot and a photograph is that a photograph you're trying to create an image rather than to just capture an image. So I think the thought process is more complex behind a photograph than snapshots, because when you're trying to create an image or create a photograph, I think you have like certain photography rules that you're trying to obey or that you're trying to break, and you don't really have those in when you're trying to just take a snapshot. So with that said, is a snapshot a bad photography? I wouldn't say yes and I wouldn't say no to that question. I think it's easy to say that all snapshots are just rubbish. But I think snapshots have the potential to capture more truer moments and more emotions in the images than maybe a created photograph can. On the other hand, I think a created photograph can be more pleasing to look at than a snapshot. So, well, in my dream photography world, I think the best image is where you can combine a snapshot feeling with the aesthetic of a created photograph. I think then you have the best of both worlds. I think it's not that easy to create those images. But I think if you can manage that, I think you will create some really good images. Now, I wouldn't discredit snapshot photography. I think snapshots. I think with snapshots you capture more raw and more truer moments than you do with a created photograph. So if you feel like, well, my photos aren't that great, then then maybe you are doing more of a snapshots photography than more of a than you would do more of a created photography. But if we could try and combine those two, I think you will create some really good images. So what do you think? Do you think snapshots is bad photography, or do you think snapshots have its place in the photography world? Please leave a comment down below. I think snapshots are great to capture really great moments, but I also like trying to create more pleasing images, and my vision for my own photography is try to combine those two, the snapshot feeling with the more pleasing to look at images you do when you're trying to create images more. So yeah, please leave a comment down below with your thoughts on snapshots versus photography. And yeah, that's it for this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Okay, bye.